Hey guys, welcome to the United States of Addicts. This is a country with about 200 million addicts. They are addicted to pharmaceutical drugs. Not only that, they are addicted to fear. They are addicted to diseases. They are addicted to ailments. They are addicted to pain. They are addicted to suffering. And they are addicted to drugs. The only problem is all of those diseases, fear, pain, all of those are man-made and created. It's a program in the algorithm. It's a program to make you fear, to give you diseases, to give you pain and suffering through the media, through the food supply, and through the drugs. A lot of times these drugs have side effects, terrible side effects, that causes more pain and more suffering and more ailments and more visits to the doctors. And it never stops, guys. And since you're programmed, you're unconsciously submitting your life to a for-profit matrix madman. You do the same thing to your children. Take them to the doctor. Give them drugs for minor pains, minor ailments, many that could just be taken care of with a proper diet and exercise and drinking plenty of water and putting down the cell phone. But you're addicted to all this stuff that's giving you pain and suffering. And then you go to the doctor, the for-profit doctor, the kingpin. And then you go to the kingpin, your local drug dealer, for a cure. Of course he got a cure for you. Because he helped create the symptoms and the pain. Of course he's not going to tell you the right thing to do. He just want to give you something to offset the pain, to help alleviate some of the pain of the symptom, but not the problem. So guys, let's take a look at an old book that speaks on the use of sorcery and witchcraft and drugs to seduce an entire world, take over their mind, manipulate them, and use them as a source of energy. Okay, guys, hold on one second. Okay, guys, here we go. I'm just going to pull it straight from the $1 trillion research lab, Google. Here we go, guys. Here's that old book that was written thousands of years ago, talking about the exact thing that we're going through right now. Let's read. In the Bible, Revelations 9:21 says, "Neither repented they of their murders, nor of their sorceries, nor of their fornication, nor of their thefts." The Greek word pharmakia is used in this verse to translate sorcery, which means casting spells, witchcraft. Pharmakia is related to occult and pagan worship practices and can refer to drugs, poisons, potions, and other illicit substances. In ancient Greece, sorcerers and oracles often used mind-altering drugs to induce visions and healings. The word pharmakia is also the root of the modern English words pharmacy and pharmaceuticals. See, guys? And that's what we're worshiping today, not me. You guys are worshiping pharmaceuticals because you are addicts You are addicted to pain and suffering. The program that's running in the matrix forces you to relinquish your brain and allow the matrix to take over your brain, and forces you to think that you need doctors and hospitals to take care of you and to heal you. You claim you believe in God, but no, you don't. You believe in the pharmaceutical companies. That's who you worship. And that was present 4 years ago when you was worshiping VAX, C19. You was worshiping it. And you will condemn, crucify anybody that stood against Big Pharma. Hold on, guys. Because you worship Big Pharma. Big Pharma is almost a $2 trillion business in this country every year. They're selling billions and billions of dollars worth of drugs to Americans for maximum profit. Maximum. And they're raising the price. They're raising the price 7 to 10% on life-saving drugs. After they try to kill you through the media, the stress, and the food supply, then they offer you a life-saving drug to save your life from the side effects of the food supply. Yeah, the food supply have side effects. It's called diabetes. Those are the side effects from the chemicals and the toxins that's in the food supply. It's called heart disease. Those are the side effects from the toxins and the chemicals and the poisons that's in the food supply. It's called coronary heart disease. It's called cancer. It's called strokes. It's called high cholesterol. It's called arthritis. It's called liver disease. It's called depression. All those are side effects of bad eating habits and totally disconnected from the universe. Okay, guys, hold on. Okay, guys, I don't know where I left off, but I'm gonna start right here. What is disease mongering? The phrase disease mongering was coined by medical and science writer Lynn Peyer in her 1992 book Disease Mongers: How Doctors, Drug Companies, and Insurers Are Making You Feel Sick. Peyer defined this deceitful practice as trying to convince essentially well people that they are sick, or slightly sick people that they are very ill. So if you're slightly sick, they say you're very ill. That was 25 years ago, and it has only gotten worse since then. While there are various ways to disease monger, the reason is always the same: profit. Pharmaceutical manufacturers are for profit, most often publicly traded companies. They aim to show earnings to their shareholders, so they're under pressure to keep creating new drugs as older drugs lose their patent. Okay, guys? One of the earliest examples of disease mongering is Listerine, invented in 1879 and used as an antiseptic and even a floor cleaner before creators figured out how they could sell it. After marketing it to dentists for in-office oral care, they started selling it directly to consumers. Except that consumers didn't need it. So the creators invented a disease that their product cured: halitosis, which is nothing but bad breath. The name halitosis was borrowed from antiquated medical texts and paraded as a disease that could have dire consequences for your personal and professional life by taking advantage of people's insecurities. And through the creation of manipulative soap opera-like commercials, Listerine turned into a sought-after remedy for a previous non-existent malady. See, guys? So they even created Listerine. They even created halitosis as a disease so they can sell you Listerine. Okay, so let's go down to disease mongering and osteoporosis. The story should sound familiar to savers. When the pharmaceutical giant Merck first isolated the drug that became Fosamax, there was no market for it. There was no disease that it could treat. Instead of moving on to the next idea, they decided to engineer osteoporosis and then osteopenia through intensive lobbying, influence, and manipulation of the medical establishment. You can read more about the sordid history of Fosamax here. The osteoporosis reversal program clearly states that osteoporosis is not a disease. The rejection of the pathologizing of osteoporosis is an important first step towards actually addressing the true cause of bone loss and making the lifestyle change required to reverse it. Here is the definition of osteoporosis given to the program. A condition of the skeletal system, common in middle-aged and older individuals, mainly caused by the body attempt to correct an unhealthy biochemical imbalance by utilizing the calcium that should normally remain in the bones, causing bone density loss. However, unless certain abnormal endocrine and or gastrointestinal conditions are present, the biochemical imbalance may be corrected by diet and lifestyle change. Boom. Osteoporosis drugs don't even accomplish their goal of reducing fractures. In fact, one of the side effects of Fosamax is atypical fractures. A drug causing more problems than it solves is a tragic pattern in the story of disease mongering. See, guys? Okay, so this is the last one. Then so they created osteoporosis for the drug Fosamax. Sometimes when people first hear this information, they are shocked and reluctant to believe that the medical establishment could be complicit and sometimes so brazen and shameful. But sadly, it's true, and it's not just limited to mouthwash and bone health. The invention of dry eye disease. Many people experience sensation of their eyes feeling dry at certain times or under certain conditions. The Mayo Clinic explains that this happens when the tear ducts aren't able to provide adequate lubrication, which leads to temporary discomfort, especially when staring at a screen for too long, riding a bike, or when in heavy air-conditioned rooms. As with every physical trait, some people may have a anonymously severe version, but this would be a very small fraction of the populace. For those people, a product to lubricate the eyes makes sense, but to make millions of dollars off patent eye drops, a much larger market needed. This is where disease mongering comes into play. Okay, guys, so I'm not going to finish reading all this. Whoa, I just missed something. Hold on, what was that? Okay, so and here's some of the side effects of eye drops. Eye burning, redness, tearing, discharge, pain, itching, stinging, visual blurring, or feeling as if something is in the eye. In addition, cases have been reported of hypersensitivity, including eye swelling, urticaria, rare cases of severe angioedema, face swelling, tongue swelling, whatever that is, superficial injury of the eye. See, all kinds of side effects. Anyway, guys, so yeah, so that's all I wanted to cover right there with that. Talking about, you know, the lies of Big Pharma and how you're being seduced into believing that you have a disease, that you're sick, so they can make profits off you. That's all. You know. So do your own research, guys, and realize that you are a guinea pig. You are a monkey. You are a rat that Big Pharma is using you as a source, not even research. You're using it as a source of profit. Because research is when you're trying to find a cure to a legitimate disease, not create a disease for a drug that you created. See, so that's what the difference is. So what they doing all this research, they spend more money on advertisement than they do on research. So that's why they don't want to find a cure for cancer. They don't want to find a cure. They want to find a drug to treat the symptoms. They don't want to find a cure for it because they know that the cure is in the food. And as long as you're eating bad, thinking bad, and living bad, you're going to get cancer, and all they're going to do is treat the symptoms until they kill you with the drugs, the radiation and chemotherapy. They're going to drain your insurance policy, drain your bank account, drain your soul, and then the profit continues. So guys, that's the end of that video, guys. Guys, keep your life clean. Keep your car clean. Keep your home clean. Keep your mind clean, guys. Clean up your diet. Drink plenty of spring water. Drink plenty of spring water to flush out the toxins, the chemicals, and the poison that's in the food supply. Download and deploy your antivirus software. Debug and unplug from the matrix. Guys, and realize you are being poisoned. The poison is in the food supply. There are 15,000 chemicals and preservatives and additives in the food supply. There are pharmaceutical drugs in the water supply. So guys, take care of yourself and resurrect your consciousness so you can understand and learn and realize that you are programmed to hate yourself. You are programmed to be violent. You are programmed to be ignorant. You are programmed to trust anybody with a white lab coat. So guys, until next time, guys, Countryman 777, I'm signing out. Now go and conquer yourself. Peace.